That's all the time we've got on Living Local this week, but before we go, I wanted to tell you about the latest edition of our Destination series coming Sunday night at 9:30, right here on Fox 2548 after First News at 9. If you're unfamiliar, let me tell you about the Destination series. I partnered with Pischke Motors to drive around western Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota in search of something. Every month it's different. I have made our destination the Great River Road. I've made a date night, staycation, the entire city of Ladysmith once. This Sunday, we make our destination Spring Awakening. Now, look, I am real tired of that stupid groundhog getting away with false advertising. Each year, he gives us an early spring or 6 more weeks of winter. Who on the planet is allowed that kind of ambiguity? No one. That would be like your deli person giving you either a pound of off-the-bone spiral cut ham or just some meat. Or it'd be like your barista giving you a 20-ounce Jamaican cold brew with light cream and an extra shot, or just some random beans in their hand. In Destination Spring Awakening, we celebrate this time of year when we are waving goodbye to winter and saying hello to spring, when we are closing the winter sports seasons and opening the shades for more sunshine, when we are getting outside as well as cleaning the inside. We'll be off to Destination Spring Awakening this Sunday night at 9:30 right here on Fox 2548. Also got to send a big massive thank you out to Jenny DeRocher and Denise Christie Moss for stopping by and sharing some history with us. We're pretty focused on the Cooley region with tonight's episode, but I promise you that your historical society, your public library has just as many stories, just as many enigmatic individuals to discover and be proud of. Histories that run deep and wide, from Ladysmith down to Prairie du Chien and from Camp Douglas all the way over to Stockholm. Just visit your local library or historical society and see what you find. I bet you'll learn something amazing. Now, if you got a minute, one of the first things they tell you about in broadcasting school is not to talk about your maladies because, and I quote, no one cares. My teachers weren't wrong. No one does care if I, a person whose job it is to provide information and a modicum of entertainment, feel off or not great. However, the second biggest lesson they teach you is be yourself. They want to know who you are. Kind of feels like my teachers in the prognosticating groundhog have something in common, no? I've been thinking a lot about those two lessons lately and how it feels like a lot of professions get the same note. No one cares, but everyone wants to know. Both of those things are really scary. They seem at odds with one another and in concert at the same time. Well, friends, I'm tired. I'm working really hard, and I demand a lot of myself before the world gets its piece of the pie. I purposefully stretch myself thin and keep swimming in the hopes that something will fill me with the good stuff long enough to find the next refill. Now, hopefully that didn't waste too much of your time. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned why I am the way I am. Nothing earth-shattering or anything that will change your world, just an ability to see your neighbor for more of who they are and less of what they are. Or maybe you just got some clarity on the steamer trunks under these eyes. Who knows? Next week, we'll get another installment of Hometown Harmonies when Casey Vierock from the band Porcupine stops in with a friend to entertain us with some tunes. But that's next Thursday. For now, this has been Living Local, and I'm Stephen Walker. Good night.